This topic vignette is about the concept of chora. It provides a countering viewpoint to the theory of the tourist gaze. Waring and Waring are feminist geographers who argue that we need to rethink our understanding of the tourist experience. Their approach signals the move from broader structural analyses to a more micro-scale focus on interactions, experiences, and perceptions in specific places, which will become a growing trend in tourism research in the noughties. We will look at this in more detail in the third week of the course. Waring and Waring want to open up the tourist experience to the differences due to class, race, ethnicity, age, and gender. They argue that tourism research has been dominated by male-inspired notions and assumptions, such as the tourist as a flaneur. Originally, the term flaneur was coined by the French poet Charles Baudelaire as a gentleman stroller of the city streets, someone who walks the city to experience it, walking for walking's sake, to observe and philosophize. In the early 20th century, this figure was further theorized by Walter Benjamin in the Arcades Project, named after the arcades in Paris. The figure of the flaneur wanders and gazes at his surroundings, but stays detached from them. The flaneur escapes the world of work for a moment of leisure, and as such this figure is decidedly male, a gentleman of the upper classes. Post-structuralist feminist theory tried to deconstruct male concepts like this, and Waring suggests an alternative, the concept of chora. The concept of chora is used to suggest a space of possibilities, rather than just literal geographical locations. They stress the relations and interactions that bring a particular place and its meanings into being. The idea of travel space as chora suggests that we focus on the social value of a tourist space, rather than the image associated with the gaze of the tourist flaneur. To conceive of the tourist place as chora means that it's seen as coming into being through a social process, where the place itself is a resource that people use to create meaning and significance. Social value is thus the meanings that people attach to places. The social value of a place is a process that depends on the dynamic relationship between the place and the people who use it, and thus it changes over time. The people who give social value to the chorasters, are those who practice the place, who use it, who experience it, and who give it meaning. So these are local residents, service providers, but also tourists. The meanings and values that are developed emerge through processes of interaction, negotiation of meanings, cooperation between people in creating shared meanings, and inevitably contestation, where the place can have different meanings and uses for different groups. The promotion of tourist destinations as images, then, incorporates the fleeting voyeuristic elements of the tourist gaze, as well as suggesting a more commodified, predetermined mass experience. Seeing the destination instead as chora opens up its meanings as more complex and interactive. Finally, I've ended on some questions for you to consider. I recommend pressing pause when I've finished talking to read through these questions and have a think. I don't expect you to have the answers, but these are more like prompts for further critical thinking.